Today we'll be discussing image maps. Image maps are used to create clickable areas on an image. It is defined using the map tag. This works basically by allowing the user to carry out a particular action on an area defined by the map. So to start, let's open our Visual Studio Code just as I have done. Create a file and name the file images_maps or img maps. So the first we need to do is put in all we need here. So set this to maps. Set the title of the file to image maps. Then we proceed. The next thing to do is to create an image file. First, I want to show you how the image map works. So let me just show you one I've already created. So we'll be doing exactly what we are seeing on the screen. If we hover above the man, we can see that in the area where the man is, the mouse pointer turns into a little finger. But when we go away from where the man is, the pointer is normal. When we go above the woman, we see the same thing, and we see a tooltip, I am a beautiful woman, around the face of the woman. When we leave the face of the woman, it changes. You can see the sun too. When we leave the perimeter of the sun, it changes. And notice what happens at the bottom of the page, the bottom left of the page. You see the URL that is embedded in this part of the image. So we have mapped out different areas in this image and we've made them hyperlinks. So I'll show you how this is done. So like I said, with your file open, we need to make a reference to the image location by calling the image element. The source of the image we're going to be using is the image to edit. So we'll use the relative file path. So we'll use this image2. That's all. Just call this illustration. The next we need to do is to create a map element. So the map element has the name attribute. The name attribute must be set up and it is used to assign which image we want to map. So the first thing we need to do is to go back to our image tag and set the attribute useMap to a particular value. You can call it whatever you want, but we'll call it illustration here. This name is what we will be referencing in the name attribute of the map. Just simply type illustration, and that is all. Do not forget, whenever you define the useMap attribute, always include the pound sign, the hash sign. So I think that's all. In the map, we need to specify the area. Now the area element defines the areas to be mapped. It could either be a rectangle, a circle, or a polygon. Remember that polygons are shapes that have 3 or more sides. So let's first define the area to be a rectangle. Now we have the area element here. The area element expects 3 values: the shape, the coordinates of the shape, and the href or the hyperlink, and the alternate text. So first is to specify the shape. Like I said, we have rectangle, circle, and polygon. So let's start with rectangle. The rectangle expects some coordinates from us. So the 2 coordinates that are expected for the rectangle are the top left coordinates of a rectangle and the bottom right coordinates. I'll be showing you how to do this. First, you need to open the image in your Microsoft or your Windows Paint, your Paint editor. So go to your search, simply click search and type Paint. So you can open the Paint app. I already have mine open here, and open the image we just loaded, image to edit. The first thing I need you to do is to create an area, a rectangular area, just as we have here. So we've created an area here by drawing. It's simple actually. Just do this, create an area like this. So that was how I created that area. So this is our first area for the woman. The next, we'll be creating another area for the man. And we'll be creating a circular area for the sun. I think this is pretty much all. What we need to do is to get the coordinates of the top left and the bottom right corners of the rectangle. So for the man, we can create a note here. For the man, we have, now to get these coordinates, look at the bottom left of the window down here. You see that the mouse pointer location changes as we hover around the image. So for this, the value we have there is 774189. So come here and type man area 774189. The next coordinate we're looking for is this. We have 894 by 389. 894 by 389. This is for the man. For the woman, we'll be defining the coordinates of the woman using polygon. So we have woman area. We have 928246. I'm fast forwarding this so that you don't get bored. So let's specify the coordinates of the circle. Remember from mathematics that to define a circle, we need to first know the coordinates of the center and the radius of the circle. So to define a circle, we need to know the center and the radius. So what we need to do is navigate to anywhere we feel is the absolute center of this circle. I'll choose here. You can choose wherever you want. I think here should be the center of the circle. The coordinate is 210 by 102. So you can come here and say circle area 210102. Then the radius of the circle, we can just go and find the end of the circle. We have 214 by 38. 214 by 38. So we just got one point there, 214 by 38. To get the value of the radius, we simply subtract the y values, the y coordinates. So do 102 minus 38. So let's go back to our code. The first thing we need to do is to specify the coordinates of the rectangle. We already have the file open here. So just copy these coordinates. Let's open it again. Now we can specify the link we want to be opened. So we can use google.com. The alternate text should be man. You can also add a title attribute. The title attribute is a global attribute, so you can work on any element in HTML. So you can say, hey, I am a man. Let's save this file, open our browser and refresh. So whenever we are in that area that was specified, the mouse pointer turns to this. Let's wait. We have man. Permit me, I think we made a little error here. So let's open this file in our browser. So notice something here, it's not working. So let's find out what the issue is. Okay, the reason this didn't work was because we didn't specify the dimensions of the image. Remember in the previous lectures I said whenever you define or you embed an image in a web page, you should always define the width and the height of the image. So I'll be setting the width here. Now, it's important to know that whenever you are working with maps, you have to specify the correct size of the image you are rendering off on the page. To get the accurate size in pixels of the image, just go back to your Microsoft Print. Below here, we can find the dimension of the image, 1280 by 960. So the width is 1280 and the height is 960. So let's specify the height and the width, 1280 and the height 960. Let's save this file and then view on our browser once again. Still not working. So I appreciate the fact that we made certain errors here. So previously we had our I as uppercase. So what this does is the map element searches through the image for an image element that has the use map attribute set to illustration, but then we have an uppercase here and here we have a lowercase. So what we can do is change this to lowercase and save. When we save this, let's open our browser and refresh. You can see that wherever the face of the man is, the mouse pointer changes to a little finger. It doesn't do that for the woman because we haven't defined the area for her. We have a tooltip, hey, I'm a man. So let's repeat the same procedure for the woman, but then using the polygon shape attribute. So let's go. The area, the shape this type should be set to poly or polygon. Now in this case, we're going to copy out all the attributes that we have here, all the coordinates that we have here. Sorry. Make sure you separate them with commas. So we have it here, so we can put a href here to some web page of our choice. You can put whatever you like there, but I'm going to put something else, maybe wikipedia.com. I don't know if I spelled that right, but it should work. For the alternate text, you can just put man here, woman, and then specify the title if you want. Let's save this file and view on our browser. Refresh. Now we'll have it working. Hey, I am a woman, and hey, I am a man. So let's go back. The next thing we'll need to do is to specify the area for the circle for the sun. So we'll set the shape attribute to circle. Now for the coordinates, we already have that. Coordinates should be 200, 102. So remember what we have here is 102 minus 38. So the radius of the circle is 64. So we specify it here as 64. Do not forget to put your commas. You can put any link of your choice. I'm still going to use google.com again. So here we say call this sun. Let's set the tooltip using the title attribute. Shine bright like the sun. Let's save our file and go back to our web page and reload. So you see, shine bright like the sun. So basically this is how the image maps are used. This is where we'll be stopping for today. In the next lecture, we'll be learning about links in HTML. See you in the next lecture.